Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So no message, let's just hop in and see what Spirit wants to share. Hold on, woo, I was like an accordion kind of came out, but this one's feeling, it's feeling sluggish. It's feeling like the energy is just a little bit sticky. And it didn't feel like that when I just took it out, so let's just do a really quick clearing. So, thank you for your patience. I probably should have double checked, super checked. There we go. It's flowing a little bit better. Yeah, it feels better. I'm hearing 5. So I got 3, 4, and one more. It's that one. Okay. And then for this one, they say just 2. Just those. Okay. So we have Osiris with rebirth, and then we have Tutmos the Third with History Maker. So now we go into the 5. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I heard. So when I got to Osiris and it was like rebirth, and then when I got to Tutmos and it said History Maker, I was like, we have to resurrect him again. That's what I heard my guides say. So what do we have? We have Lord of Peace restored with the 2 of Swords. We have the Star card with the Daughter of a Firmament. I've never seen this card, to be honest. There's a lot going on in this. We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Ooh, fiery. Queen of Thrones of Flame. Queen of Thrones in reverse. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. And then we have Queen of Thrones, or Queen of Pentacles. Sorry. Wait. Okay, you know what they're showing me? So I love playing video games. I do. But I'm actually really awful at like shooting games. First pointer shooter, especially if you want me to use like the joystick and like from the view of like, no, that's not my thing. I am the healer, or I'm really good at games where I can just run crazy and destructive and have unlimited lives. Because if I have a life limit whenever I play games, whoever I'm playing with gets so annoyed with me because I'm just going to die super early in the beginning. So that's what I got with the Queen of Wands, with someone just like going in hot and just like, and then it's like, we have to resurrect her again. So that's what they showed me, is like on some video games, people getting so mad playing with me. And then it's like the star, it's like, woo. And as this one said, Lord of Peace restored. And it's like, back again, back again. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But this star, there's something to do with the star here. It keeps bringing me to the Kabbalah right there. So there's like a checkered pattern Kabbalah. And I don't actually know much about the Kabbalah. I just know that that's the Kabbalah. So there's a message there. And the Aquarius jug as well. So let's go over here. Okay, so they took my reference of the video game and how I would always just rush in and, you know, like charge into danger and, you know, have an unfortunate ending. But what they're showing here with the Queen of Pentacles is that somebody is being irresponsible when it actually comes to life. So in a video game, yeah, you could be irresponsible, right? You do have those unlimited lives. But us in our 3D meat suit, we only get our one shot, right? In this body. And so Queen of Pentacles, they keep showing someone having to go and always dig someone out of financial ruin. And so now with this Osiris and this rebirth and this history maker, and they're like, we've got to like resurrect them again. Like, how many times have we had to get them out of bankrupt? I'm starting to get someone get really, really annoyed with this. Whereas the Hanged Man in the upright is like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, okay, this happened and then this happened. But what I get from this financial ruin story is like there's always something. And so the people aren't even looking at it anymore. They're just like, well, there's always a different reason. They don't want to look at it anymore. They're like, I've looked at it from your perspective and your view. And in this history maker, there's always the most craziest unfortunate circumstances, but why aren't you saving? Why were you out there buying, I don't know, designer bags or just blowing your money on things that weren't important? You could have put it into savings for this moment, because it seems to be a loop or a pattern. It's history. This is the third go round that they say. This is almost the third. And so third time in this case I'm hearing is not a charm, right? This isn't a video game, and I'm getting someone really needs to grow up and take a little bit of accountability, especially with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in the upright is like you have this creative passion or something. Maybe you want to start a new business and you have this idea and you're fiery and passionate. I feel like maybe that's how this energy started, and then they took someone's finances or got an investor and then wasted it all, and then someone came in and bailed them out. Or what I'm kind of getting is, maybe for some people, but what I'm getting is this energy doesn't even want to try to do the creative things. That's why the Hanged Man in reverse is like, no, we don't want to deal with this anymore, because they're not even trying to build a legacy or a ladder to even get themselves out of the poverty mindset. And that's the frustrating part, especially with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords usually is blindfolded and they have to find balance. This is the Lord of Peace restored. How can you take off that balance? Right here, picking up on some Libra energy with the scales. If someone is always giving and giving and giving and bailing you out, and you've never even said thank you, what I'm hearing is that they've never even like returned the favor with like a coffee or something like that. Just a gratitude gesture. And so, yeah, that seems to be the story that Spirit's showing. I'm getting a little bit of chills here now. So now, going forward, they're going to come for a handout, but 3 times they've already burnt you. And if this is you, if you're finding that you're going out all the time and you just want people to do things for you, then this is just a message that it's time to stop going for the handout and to start tapping into your creativity, your creative spark. Utilize that essence, let that grow, and create a financial, why did I say financial? I want to say create a stable plan to do with that, because that seems to be where you thrive the most, and that will be like where you can start to build and grow. And so if you find someone is always coming to you, I need money. Let's say I'm seeing someone as like a parent, and then they have like an adult child living with them, and it's like, well, no, let them empower themselves. Stop always giving. And now I'm seeing someone who was kind of spoiled their whole life, and so as their parents spoiled them, and then they got married, and now they expect to be spoiled. And so I see that partner getting very, very frustrated because the parents always, and so for you, you're like, well, no, like, I'm not your parent, I'm your equal, I'm your spouse. And so that's what they're saying, is you can't keep parenting them, that it is for you to empower them, work on that spark. Because what the main thing here, right, we do have the star, but the star is in the position, that's what you're doing, that you're asked not to do. What you're asked not to do is to stop seeing this Queen of Wands in reverse as this superstar, that they have all this potential, because the Queen of Wands is destructive. She's bitter and vengeful, right? It's like she'll fight, right? If you don't get your way, she'll fight for it, that kind of thing. And so to keep giving them the world and the star and all this like praise, it's just going to repeat it in an unhealthy cycle. But that's what I'm getting, is that this has been going on so long that whoever this if you are enabling someone, you're at your wit's end, I'm getting, and you have done the hangman, you stopped contributing to it, and you kind of want them out of your life almost. That's the energy I'm getting. So let's pull. I want to pull one more, but where did I put the whole deck of cards even? They all seem to have, oh, over there. I'm like, they all just disappeared. And I feel like that's what you want to do, is like the third time's a charm, it said, and now it's like you just want to shove your head in the sand. You just don't want to deal with it, out of sight, out of mind. And so the main thing that Spirit really wants is for everyone, all parties, to help this Queen of Wands in reverse to get financially empowered, and it's for them to want to do it. And so you can't just, feed the money, here you go. It's almost like you gotta work beside them, watch them struggle a little bit, because they are gonna go from the Queen of Wands in reverse to needing to pick themselves up and build that plan, that stability. And so from that, understanding the value of a dollar and the hard work and that time, that your time is way more valuable than the money itself was. All they need to do is utilize their time, because I feel like they're very creative. For some of them, I heard they're not creative, but they have never been meant to be creative. They've never been told that they've got to do something for themselves. I must admit, I'm really annoyed with this energy. And I know that raising kids is just so hard. But what I hear a lot from this is like, even when you try to discipline or tell them something, they yell, they're mean, they're cruel. And so you need to take that blindfold off your eyes, because we want this peace restored. So how do we restore peace? That had to do with the Hanged Man. It's, you need to stop looking at it and trying to understand from their perspective, because I think you already understand from their perspective, and it's very superficial, surface. They need to look and check out your perspective. And from there, realize that we're not in this world where everyone just gets a trophy and everybody just pays your bills and pushes you along, and that you just demand the best of the best. Respect is earned. And so there's all these things of growth and becoming an adult and stepping into, what I'm getting from this is a very little girl energy, little boy, little whatever, to a man, a woman. There's that phase. And so how do you, I get that just because it's Queen of Wands and Pentacles, I'm going to use that as a feminine, but I'm getting that it's a woman still acting like a little girl. And so there's a little bit of Britney Spears, not quite a woman, not yet a girl, whatever that song, you know? And they're saying there's this rebirth to come in. And because this cycle has gone on 3 times already, they say that it has wrecked finances for everyone. From them, they're wasting it. I'm seeing that others benefit, maybe friends or those who they want the outside to appear like they've got it going on, and then you, who kind of is actually footing most of the bill, I hear. And so it's for you to stop that, because for you to scoop in for a 4th time is now the definition of insanity. It's time for you to let them pull up their own socks. And so history cannot go on a 4th time. It's a make or break. 3 times have already gone on. The 4th time is, as I said, make or break, the last shot. I do feel like there is a rebirth that's going to happen, and this empowerment's going to happen once this little girl, this like, it's not fair energy, and then they start taking control of their own finances and all this, and then it kind of becomes, I don't know, I just see a new twist, a new path, a new empowerment for them. And when they do step in that, I see the little girl boy energy now becoming so powerful and saucy, and now they're gonna have like little snaps, but you know, they can back it up. That's what I'm picking up. And I just feel like I'm hearing all the guides clap for them. It's like they really did not want to do responsibility. They did not want to take financial anything for themselves. They didn't want to take any accountability for their life, for their health, for their anything, I'm hearing. And so even their health's going to get better, Spirit's saying. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.